Hello students, I Mrs. Madhavi Mhatre welcome you all in the next lecture of Mathematics 1. I hope all of you are doing well at home. We are studying chapter number 2, quadratic equations, and in this quadratic equation we have come to an end of the chapter. We are discussing practice set 2.6, that is word problems based on quadratic equations. In that we have completed up to question number 7. Now let us move further. Question number 8, a star mark question again. It is an important question, take a note of this. Now as I go on explaining, you go on writing it. Okay. Pintu takes 6 days more than those of Nishu to complete certain work. If they work together, they finish it in 4 days. How many days would it take to complete the work if they work alone? Okay, so here the question is of two persons, but sometimes the same type of question can be asked about the two taps and one tank and time taken to fill that tank. So the similar question you will find in the problem set. Okay. So now let us read it again. Pintu takes 6 days more than those of Nishu to complete a certain work. That means Nishu is taking less days and Pintu is taking more days. So if the number of days taken by Nishu, if we take as x, then the number of days taken by Pintu are x plus 6. Okay, so here by using the first statement, we can decide what to take as x, and then the second quantity we can write in the form of x. Okay, so that is our first statement, that number of days taken to do the work alone be x and the number of days taken by Pintu are x plus 6. Now if they are working together, they finish the work in 4 days. Okay, so let us start now. Let us write down the unknown things, that let Nishu takes x days to complete the work, and therefore we can say that Pintu takes x plus 6 days to complete the work. By reading the first statement, we can write down this. Okay, now one complete work is done by Nishu in x days. That means in one day she is going to complete 1 upon x part of that work. Take a simple example. If you are doing certain work in 2 days, then in one day you are going to complete half of the work. That means 1 upon 2. So similarly here, if Nishu is taking x days to complete the work, then in one day she is going to complete 1 upon x part of the work. Similarly, Pintu is going to complete 1 upon x plus 6 part of the work. So that we have to write down. Therefore, the work done by Nishu in one day is equal to 1 upon x, and work done by Pintu in one day is 1 upon x plus 6. So together if they work, then in one day they will complete the addition of this. That means 1 upon x plus 1 upon x plus 6 part. Okay. So together if they work, then they are going to complete that part. But it is given that together they are taking 4 days. So we have to make use of this. Okay. So first of all, we will write down that work done by both of them in one day is 1 upon x plus 1 upon x plus 6. This is work done by Nishu in one day, and this is work done by Pintu in one day. So together they are going to complete this much work. Okay, I hope you must have understood up to this. Now let's go further, that together they are doing this work in 4 days. That means in one day they are going to complete 1/4 part of the work. So this quantity is equal to 1 upon 4. Okay, and this way we are going to get our equation. So let us write down that. But together they complete the work in 4 days, and therefore work done by them, both of them in one day is 1 upon 4. So previously also we got the same thing, and now again we have got this, the work done by them in one day, that is 1 upon 4. So those things we can write down side by side to frame the equation. So we can write down according to given condition. 1 upon x plus 1 upon x plus 6. That means work done by Nishu and Pintu in one day is equal to 1 upon 4. Why? Because together they are taking 4 days and therefore 1/4 part of the work they are going to finish in one day. Now we have to simplify this in order to get a quadratic equation. So here you can go for cross multiplication. Okay, so x plus 6 into 1 is x plus 6 plus 1 into x is x. And in the denominator we are going to write product of this. Okay, so this is our next step. Now see, x plus x is 2x plus 6, and if we open the bracket here, here we will get x square plus 6x and right hand side as it is. Okay, now again to simplify further, again we will cross multiply like this. Okay, so 4 into 2x plus 6, so 4 into 2x is 8x and 4 into 6 is 24 here we will get, and here 1 into x square plus 6x is the same quantity. Okay, so again we are going to cross multiply like this. Okay, now to write in standard form, that is x square plus bx plus c, we have to take this quantity to left hand side. So we will write it properly. So what we will get, x square plus 6x minus 8x minus 24 is equal to 0. See, sign of these two terms are changed. When we have shifted them to left hand side, the positive terms they became negative. Now see, these two are like terms, so we can subtract them. So minus 8x plus 6x, this will give us minus 2x. Okay. So the equation will be like this. X square minus 2x minus 24 is equal to 0. See, now we got the quadratic equation in standard form. That is x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now it is very easy to factorize. We need to find two numbers whose multiplication is 24 and difference is 2. Okay, also we have to observe the sign of the middle term to decide the sign of bigger number. Middle term is negative, that means the bigger number is negative. So the two numbers you must have decided now. What were the numbers now in your mind? So 6 4s are 24, correct? To be more precise, we can write minus 6 and plus 4. So this middle term we can split as minus 6x plus 4x. And we can write it like this. X square minus 6x plus 4x minus 24 is equal to 0. See here, splitting the middle term correctly is important. Afterwards, you have to group the terms and then you have to take out common. So here x is common. So inside the bracket you have x minus 6. And here you can observe 4 is common and inside the bracket we got x minus 6. Now again x minus 6 is common. So in one bracket we will write x minus 6 and in another bracket we will write x plus 4. Okay, so the two factors for this particular polynomial are x minus 6 and x plus 4. As I have said, don't forget to write equal to 0 everywhere. In hurry you forget to write. Okay, so it's an equation and you need equal to sign and equal to 0 in front of that. Now further you know what to do. Either x minus 6 is equal to 0 or x plus 4 is equal to 0. And from that we got x is equal to 6 or x is equal to minus 4. Okay, but x denotes the number of days. Number of days taken to complete certain work. So the number of days taken, they cannot be negative. And therefore x cannot be equal to minus 4 and therefore x is equal to 6. Okay, that we are going to write now. X is not equal to minus 4 as number of days cannot be negative and therefore x is equal to 6. That is the number of days taken by Nishu we have found out. And therefore the number of days taken by Pintu are what? X plus 6, that is 6 plus 6, 12. In this way, we got the number of days taken by Nishu and Pintu if they work alone. So finally, you need to write down the statement that therefore Nishu takes 6 days and Pintu takes 12 days to complete the work. Okay. So this is an important question. Take a note of this. I hope all of you must have written it. Okay. Now, if you have understood it, the similar type of question is there in problem set. As I have said in the beginning of this question, try to solve it. It is about the 2 tabs and the number of hours taken. So try to solve it if you can. Otherwise, I am going to discuss only when we will discuss the problem set. Okay. Now, let's go further. Question number 9, again a star mark question, again an important question. If 460 is divided by a natural number, quotient is 6 more than 5 times the divisor and remainder is 1. Find quotient and divisor. Okay. Now here also we have to find two things, quotient and divisor. Now we have to decide, okay, whether here now you will observe that the spelling is wrong. So such mistakes are there in the textbook. So you just correct it. Okay, write the correct spelling here. It should be O. So take a note of this. Now how to decide what to take as X? Either we should take quotient as X or divisor as X. So you take help of this statement. Quotient is 6 more than 5 times the divisor. Okay, that means quotient is expressed by using divisor. So this denotes that, or this indicates that we should take divisor as X. If we take divisor as X, then we can write down quotient. Okay, this is called as dividend and remainder also is given. So immediately you can recall the relationship between these 4 words: dividend, divisor, quotient and remainder. You know that dividend is equal to quotient into divisor plus remainder. When you have studied division in lower standards, that time you have studied this relationship. Okay, so this is going to help us here. So this shows that how the knowledge of mathematics which you have studied in the previous standards is helping you there. Okay. So you cannot say that the previous things we should forget. We should take on our knowledge. Okay. The knowledge goes on increasing or it deepens as you study the higher standards. Okay. So now let us write down the things. As I have said, divisor we are going to take as X. And from that we can write down the quotient. That if divisor is X, then we can write down the quotient is means equal to 6 more than 5 times the divisor. That means what? 5x plus 6. So we can write down the quotient as 5x plus 6. 5 times means 5x and 6 more means plus 6. Okay, so divisor is written, quotient is written, dividend we know that is 460 and remainder we know that is 1. Now immediately write down the relationship that we need, that dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. By using this relationship we will get the quadratic equation. Okay, so this is your previous knowledge which you are going to implement here. As soon as you see these words, this relationship or this equation should strike in your mind. It should flash in your mind so that you can use it. Okay, if you don't know this, then it is not possible for you to solve the sum. Okay, so let's write down now. Dividend is 460, so that will come here. Divisor is X into quotient is 5x plus 6 plus the remainder. Okay, here plus sign is there. Take a note of this. In hurry, don't write into. Now let's simplify it. We will open this bracket first. X into 5x is 5x square and x into 6 is 6x. Okay. So open that bracket. Now we have to write it in the standard form. So see here it is a positive sign. So consider that this 460 you are shifting this side. Okay. But while writing all these terms, we will write on left hand side like this. Okay. So 5x square plus 6x plus 1 minus 460. Okay. Don't get confused that why it is on left hand side and still why it is negative. So what we are doing is we are shifting this 460 actually this side, but while writing we are writing it by changing the side. Okay, so this will come like this. So 1 minus 460, here you will get 459. So your equation is 5x square plus 6x minus 459 is equal to 0. Okay. Now here, why this is challenging question? Have you understood that here finding the factor is important. 5 into 459, and that big number you have to factorize in such a way that so that the difference is 6. Okay, so here this factorization is difficult. So those two numbers are 45 and 51. See here, 459 you factorize, keep 5 as it is. You can divide this 459 by 9 first. Okay, so when you will divide by 9 here, you will get 51. Okay, and that 9 into 5 is 45 and 51 as it is. So these are the factors, and while writing also 45 is written first and 51 is written afterwards. Why? Because here we have 5 and 45 comes in the table of 5. So while writing also the sequence is changed so that it will be better for us to group and to take out common. Okay. So this plus 6x is written as minus 45x plus 51x. Got it? Now here you will observe that 5x is common. So inside the bracket you will get x minus 9. And here you will find 51 is common, and inside the bracket you will get x minus 9. Okay. So now we will get two factors as x minus 9 and 5x plus 51. Those are our two separate brackets as a factor of this particular polynomial. Okay. So we wrote these two factors. Now we are going to go for either or. That either x minus 9 is 0 or 5x plus 51 is 0. And from that we will get x is equal to plus 9 or x is equal to minus 51 upon 5. Okay. But here now see, natural numbers are given and this is what fraction here and also negative sign. So we have to discard this answer by saying that this is not a natural number. Natural numbers are never negative, or also fractions not possible. Okay, natural numbers, you know that they start from 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay, so they cannot be fractions. Also they cannot be negative. So we are going to discard this answer, and therefore our correct answer is what? X is equal to 9. That means divisor is 9, and from that we can find out the quotient, that is 5x plus 6. So 5 into 9 plus 6, that is 51. And then the final answer you have to write in words, that therefore the divisor is 9 and the quotient is 51. Okay, so this way you are going to solve this problem. So in this problem two important things are there. First is the equation which we are using, dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, and second thing is to find the factors. Okay, so that is important. That is why this question is star mark, because here you need your extra skills. You are not getting the answers very easily. Now let's go further. Next question, question number 10, which is activity based. So here you are provided with one trapezium. What they have said is, in the adjoining figure, quadrilateral ABCD is a trapezium. AB is parallel to CD and its area is 33 centimeters square. From the information given in the figure, find the length of all sides of quadrilateral ABCD. Fill the empty boxes to get the solution. Okay, so this is activity based question. So half of the things will be given to you and half you need to find. So here, if this is not coming as activity, if it is coming as a question itself directly, then since the area is given, you need to know the formula of area of trapezium. Okay, that is half into sum of parallel sides into height. Okay. So for area, we are going to need this AB and DC and the height that is given as AM. So what is the formula? Half into AB plus CD into AM, that is height. And this one more side is given, which we are going to find in the end. Okay, we are not going to use this for finding the equation. Okay, now let's see that how it is given. Okay, so they have given that it's a trapezium and AB is parallel to CD, and therefore area quadrilateral ABCD is half into sum of parallel sides, means AB plus CD, and height is AM here. Then write down that here, open the bracket and solve it. All the steps are given. Okay, so you are going to do it as homework. And if still you face the problem while solving, you can ask. Finally, everything is given and then you have to write down the length of all the sides by using the figure. Okay. So I hope you are going to try it and you are going to do it. So with this, we have completed practice set 2.6. Now, let us move further towards the problem set. Okay. So in problem set, as I have discussed, I will not discuss the similar sums which are there in exercise. I am going to discuss only the different questions or the challenging questions and the word problems from the problem set. Okay. So now first question always in problem set is MCQ based. You know that our question number 1A is MCQ type, where you have to write down the correct alphabet of the correct option. Okay, so let's try. First one, choose the correct answer for the following questions. From that very first one here is, which one is the quadratic equation? So it's very easy to decide. You can go for trial and error method. Now see this first equation here. When here we have denominator, always we try to eliminate that denominator. That means we are going to multiply both the sides by x. And when you will multiply here by x, here you will get x cube. But you know the standard form, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, means highest index is 2. It cannot be 3. Here we are getting x cube, means the index we are getting as 3, which is not possible. So this is cancelled. Go to this. X into x is x square. X into 5 is 5x. And this 2 you can shift here. And you will get the equation as x square plus 5x minus 2 is equal to 0. Which is a quadratic equation. So we got the correct answer. Okay. So you can say that here the option number B is correct. There is no need to go further. You can see here that, or if you want, still you can try here. See, here you have n and here you have 2n. So highest index is 1. So it is discarded. Again, now see, here you have x square, and when you will multiply both the sides by x square, here you will get x cube. So this will also not do. So this way we can decide that option B is correct one. Okay, so this way you can do orally. Next one, question number 2. Out of the following equations, which one is not a quadratic equation? Please read it properly. Here they have asked which one is a quadratic equation. Here, not a quadratic equation. So once again, let us see here now trial and error method. See, here x square plus 4x is equal to 11 plus x square. Presently, we can see here that the degree is 2. But see, x square is present on both the sides, so we can cancel it. Yes. See, x square and x square will get cancelled. So now it is no more a quadratic equation. Think of the remaining now. Here we have x square is equal to 4x, which we can write as x square minus 4x plus 0 is equal to 0. Here 5x square minus 90 is equal to 0. Middle term is missing, but still the highest index is 2. Here also we have x square on both the sides, but their signs are different. So they are not going to get cancelled. Instead, they are going to get added. If you shift this here, it will become 2x square. So all these are quadratic now. Because of this cancellation, this equation is not a quadratic. So this is your correct option. Okay. So this way you are going to decide the correct answer. Got it? I hope you have done the markings. Don't get confused here. Here it is a minus sign. So here x square will not get cancelled. Huh? Take a note of this. Let's go further now. Third one. The roots of x square plus kx plus k is equal to 0 are real and equal. Find k. The nature of the roots is given that the roots are real and equal. So immediately you should think of discriminant delta, that there are three possibilities for delta, and when the roots are real and equal, that time delta is equal to 0. That means b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. So here b is k square minus 4 into a is 1 into c is k. So 4 into 1 into k. So k square minus 4k is equal to 0. From here we can take out k common. And then k and another bracket k minus 4 is equal to 0. Don't cancel k, huh? Otherwise you will get wrong answer. You know that always we are grouping and we are taking out the things common. Now here we are going to have two options, that either k is 0 or k minus 4 is equal to 0. And from that we got two answers, k is equal to 0 or k is equal to 4. And therefore here our correct answer is option C. If you are cancelling k here, then in that case you will get k is equal to 4, which is a wrong answer. Here two values of k are possible. Okay, so correct option is option C. Let's go further towards the next question. Question number 4. For root 2x square minus 5x plus root 2 is equal to 0, find the value of discriminant. Again you need to find discriminant, that means delta. So delta is what? B square minus 4ac. So here b is minus 5. So minus 5 square into minus 4 into root 2 into root 2. Because a is also root 2 and c is also root 2. So root 2 into root 2 is 2 and 2 into 4 is 8. And here minus 5 square is plus 25. So 25 minus 8, the correct answer is 17. And therefore the correct option is option B. Okay. See, if you don't understand, you write down the explanation. That is why the explanation is given by me. Okay, sometimes it is not possible for us to decide the answer orally or simply by observing. We need to solve it. Okay, the question carries 1 mark. There are no marks for method, but still to get the correct option, we need to solve. Now, let's go further. Question number 5. Which of the following quadratic equation has roots 3 and 5? Now see, we have studied factorization method, and in that we have seen that the last term always gives the multiplication of these two numbers. Okay, so 3 into 5 is what? 15. That means the last number should be 15. So these two options, they are cancelled because here number 15 is not present. Now the next thing here, that both of them, they have same sign. Correct? That means the third term should be positive. You know that when the roots, they have different sign, that time only the third term is negative. So by using this common sense, you can decide that option B is correct one. Also see 3 plus 5 is 8, but plus 8 here. But for getting the positive answers, here we should have negative sign. We are getting exactly opposite sign here. Okay. So that is different thing. First of all, as I have said, minus 15 is not possible because both of them have same sign. If they have opposite sign, then here the third term will come negative. Okay. So in this way, we have to decide and we have to find the correct answer. Now let's go further. Question number 6 is cancelled. Take off note of this MCQ. Sixth MCQ is not there because it depends on the reduced syllabus, that is nature relationship between the roots and the coefficients. Okay, now let's go further. Last two questions are remaining from this MCQ. Seventh one, root 5m square minus root 5m plus root 5 is equal to 0. Which of the following statement is true for this equation? Real and unequal roots. See, here also spelling mistake is there in textbook, so take a note of this. Real and equal roots. Roots are not real and 3 roots. Okay. So since now again nature is provided, that it indicates that we need to find delta, because delta is going to give us the correct answer. 3 roots is not possible. So this option is already discarded. We have to think of this A, B and C, and for that purpose we have to find out delta. So you find out delta again, that is B square minus 4AC. So B is root 5, so minus root 5 square minus 4 into A is also root 5 and C is also root 5. So minus root 5 square is plus 5, and here 5 into 5 is, sorry, root 5 into root 5 is 5 and into 4 is 20. So 5 minus 20, which is minus 15. And since delta or discriminant is negative, we can say that roots are not real. Okay. Or the equation has no real roots, and therefore the correct option is option number C. Roots are not real. Okay. Now the last one, question number 8. Okay. Now question number 8 also you need to solve. One of the roots of the equation x square plus mx minus 5 is equal to 0 is 2. Find m. In such questions, you know that since x2 is a root here, value of x as 2 is going to satisfy the equation. So you have to put x is equal to 2 here and you have to solve it. Okay. So 2 square, here you will get 4. Here you will get 2x and here you will get minus 5. So 4 minus 5 is minus 1. If you shift it, it will become plus 1. So you will get 2x is equal to 1 and therefore x is equal to, or m is equal to, here you are going to get half. So the correct option is option C, 1 upon 2. It's not minus half, it is half. Why? Because see, 4 minus 5 here. 4 minus 5 is minus 1, and minus 1 if you shift to right hand side, it will become plus 1 and upon 2. So correct answer is 1 upon 2. You solve it and you check it. Okay. So students, today I am stopping here. We will discuss the remaining sums in next lecture. Till that, you stay home, stay safe, take care of yourself. Thank you, students.